All right, this is round 2. Let's see here. We are testing breaker 19, breaker 19. Give me a smoky report. So, hey, everybody, if you can hear me, this is Mike from Mike's Weather Page. Taking a little trip up here to the upper Gulf Coast. We're going to do a little storm chasing and take some video, take some pictures, post storm is the plan. So we're doing a little testing here, so bear with me. Trying some different settings. Looks like it's working. I see me driving. Audio is better. Brantley, all right. I can look at the comments here real quick. Yes, Shelly, bad service. We are in Homosassa Springs. 10-4 Drunk Donkey. What's up, Jim? Hey, Betty. Yeah, we're not in very good internet land right now. We are in Homosassa Springs. This is I got a lot of history up here. We I grew up here in the west coast of Florida. We spent some summers up in Homosassa, Crystal River. US 19. Can't see me, Michael. I know. I got the camera pointing out. We'll turn the camera around. You know my ugly face. Oh, video is not allowing 360. Yeah, I know. I set it for 360. I need to put it higher. Sounds a little shaky. Okay, we'll work on that. Yeah, I set it down to 360 because the internet up here is terrible. So I'm gonna chit chat. I'm gonna read comments while I'm driving. So yeah, draw donkey cone heads. This is Florida. I'm a Florida boy. So this is kind of like a little vacation for me because, as you know, we've canceled 3 different camping trips this year. One to Daytona and 2 to Talladega. We canceled our trip to Lake Lanier. We canceled a trip to Tropical Palms. So I told Julie and the girls her softball game got canceled tonight. And I'm like, well, I want to go, man. I'll be home Thursday night. I got some long-time supporters up here I get to meet, and this is their neck of the woods up here in Mississippi, Alabama. So I'm probably going to go to Biloxi. My mom and dad grew up in Biloxi, and my dad wanted me to check out some old stomping grounds up here, so I will be doing that. And depending on the final track, we do have a GPS tracker, by the way. We're going to try to link that to everybody so you can kind of follow along. What we found out when we were doing Delta is that everybody was really excited about. I'm going to try a different microphone here real quick. So, Shelly, if you're watching, I'm going to try a different microphone. See if this is a little better. Oh, it's not even hooked up. Never mind. Next time. I know we get a lot of road noise, man. The road's bumpy. What road in America isn't bumpy? Especially US 19. But anyway, so we got a location tracker. We're going to try that people can follow along, hopefully, and see the roads that we're on. So as we mentioned, before, I know people have opinions about storm chasing and whatnot, but we do have a lot of supporters of our page that are pre-storm, post-storm, during the storm, and we met up with a few of them last time in Delta, and I plan on meeting up a couple with them here. So, the more I learn about these storms, I think the better. So what we're looking at now with Zeta is it's back over water. Our hurricane hunters are out there flying around. And it's very wide system. Kind of subtropical looking, but it's not. It's still tropical. Expected to be hurricanes soon. The official intensity is still keeping it right at 80 miles an hour, which is good news. The pressure could drop into the 970s. A big bump here. Oh yeah. Okay, this one here. Gonna do some hazard team. I think I got a truck. That dude in the Corvette about flew off the ground foot. But so the good news is this. All right, so we got a system that just came off the Yucatan. You got to remember, it takes time for systems to really develop. So we only have basically 24 hours right now of development before it reaches the upper Gulf Coast. So that's the good news as far as any rapid intensification. 80, 85 has been what the NHC has been flirting around with miles per hour. So, middle of the road, category 1. And, we'll still see if there's any surprise intensification tonight. Now that it's kind of over water, it would have to do it tonight in the morning as it starts to make that trek northward. We're going to have a little bit more shear in the upper Gulf tomorrow as approaching front comes in, and we're going to start to see our cloud tops blow. And you can already start to see some of this upper convection blowing very, very close to the Florida Peninsula right now. And what we're going to see is almost a similar type setup like we saw with Marco, and we're going to see a lot of action up into the Panhandle region of Florida. So, don't focus, like I say it over and over and over again. Everybody says it over and over again. Don't focus on the center line, especially with a sheared system. There's going to be a tremendous amount of action blown off to the east, and we might have areas to the east that are going to get caught off guard, and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, we weren't even in the cone." So that's something you got to think about. Watch that convection. It looked pretty fiery just a couple hours ago. Haven't watched it here recently. Gonna get out of here and take a little break about an hour down the road, do some updating. But the convection definitely looking like it's starting to reach that upper Gulf Coast, and I wouldn't be surprised if you start to get showers early. And again, we got the Storm Prediction Center showing the east of the cone, possibly getting tornadoes tomorrow. That's well east of center. That includes the Panhandle. So pay attention to the overall structure of this thing, and as long as the width of this, is 500-600 miles wide, and we're going to be seeing some tails, some squall lines, definitely reaching parts of the Panhandle through the night tomorrow into Thursday morning. It's fast mover, not going to be a huge rain story. There will be isolated flooding, places that normally flood, but as far as sitting around for long periods of time, we're not going to see that. No big changes. From what we said this morning, we're within 24 hours here, so we're not expecting any major changes, which is good. So we're just watching this final intensification. Surge is still pretty high, 5 to 8 foot predicted on a large chunk there going into Mississippi-Alabama line that we got to watch for, 5 to 8 foot. Tornado threat will always be there as these squalls coming off of the Gulf tomorrow. It'll be long gone. The good news is it'll be long gone by the weekend. And we got Halloween. But as we get closer, Telford, I got my phone right there on the dash, so I can read a couple comments now. Already raining in Mobile. Wow. All right. Telford, thanks for that. It looked big, man. It went from 350 miles wide to 650 this morning. And big, wide-reaching bands. And that's going to be the storyline. So, Jolie, I am in Crystal River now, home of the Florida Mermaids, fixing to pass an ABC. We got an ABC alert. I got some key points from ABC, by the way. Listen, they just launched a new Ship It program through ABC. Matter of fact, I printed it to be the great spokesman that I am. We can read it at a red light here. Let's see. I got all kinds of papers here. I don't know. ABC delivers. So they got their own delivery service called ABC Delivers. Same day delivery. They have a coupon code that you can save about $5. I'll have, Mike 2020. Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna have to start pumping that. I'll read more. But remember this coupon code at ABC, Mike 2020, and you're gonna get $5 off delivery on a $50 or more order from now. And my printer cut off, so I have to get the exact date. But that's a huge break, man. Mike 2020. Remember that ABC Delivers, Mike 2020, MIKE 2020. You get a $5 discount on your shipping from ABC. Same day delivery from ABC, man. So I'll start pumping that. They were really excited about that. They got a fixed cost, very competitive. So support our friends at ABC. And let's see if I drove by it or not. Now, I've been to this town a lot. This is a quaint little city here. We've stopped at a little restaurant up here a few times. These are the cities where the sidewalks roll up like in about an hour. And we're fixing to have a time change, which I hate. It means it's going to be 5 o'clock here in another few days. That is going to be so weird. It's only 6:15 and it's already getting dark. But this is the old US 19. I was born on US 19 down in Bradenton. It is so weird to travel through the eastern part of the country and drive up through, Gatlinburg, Cherokee, and you run across US 19 and you go up as far north as Chicago, and you're driving through Chicago and you see a US 19 and you're thinking, oh my God, US 19, that goes all the way down into Sarasota, Bradenton. So here's a cool little city hall. What is this right here? This is like little downtown, cute little manatee, little side street. I love the old towns. I wish we lived in an old town that had the old city streets. That's the coolest thing about driving to Talladega is this is Crystal River, by the way. Coolest thing about driving to Talladega is we take all the back roads and we get to see all the old towns and the old brick and mortar buildings and the old courthouses in the middle of the roundabouts. It's just so cool. But anyway, I'm heading north. Yep, we are gonna do some filming and capture some video. We're gonna go right along probably Biloxi Gulfport area. We'll be checking out. That's right in the storm surge zone. I got me a parking garage lined up where I can park up, and got a nice place to camp out for a couple days if we have to. There's nothing going on. After that, for a few days, hopefully the Lower Caribbean has been itching to produce another system for the lower part of November. That's going to be what we need to watch next. Not a lot of confidence, but the models are definitely showing it. Within about a 7, 8, 9 day window, Lower Caribbean, first part of November. Unfortunately, we can still be talking about the tropics, and that stinks. So. But this trip I done better. We got a raincoat. I got actual sandals. They're not called flip-flops. I got a new prop. We left the other prop up in Gata. It's supposed to be Gata. I still say Gaydon. I don't know if it's Gata. Somebody said it's like Gata, like an alligator. So that's still yet to find out if I'm saying Gata right. But we left the props there. Hoping to catch up with Corey, maybe. Hoping to, see what we got, man. I'm a natural storm-loving fool. Growing up, I was that kid in Bradenton that watched the afternoon storms roll in at 3 o'clock. And I just love watching the dark clouds roll in off of middle Florida there. The sea breezes would collide off of Okeechobee there and come across Bradenton. And I remember those so much growing up as a kid. And I remember the rains trickling down right after dinner time, and we would go out and play at night right before the sun would go down, and the puddles would be, streets would be puddles, and I remember driving our bikes in the puddles, and it was nice and cool out, and you hit a repeat button, and you do it all again tomorrow. You used to set your clock. It's not a whole wives' tale. It's true. You would almost have the storms rolling in every day about the same time. It seemed that way. Anyway, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seemed that way growing up. But anyway, back to the storm. The only good news we got right now is the system's going to get sucked up quick, and it only has 24 hours over the Gulf, and storms have a hard time really rapidly intensifying. So, the only question is, does it reach Category 2? Or does it stick around 80, 85 miles an hour? So, we know 5, 10 miles an hour isn't going to make a huge difference, which is, good that we're not seeing Category 3 plus, and that's something we don't want to see. Definitely going to see power outages. We're going to see, we're going to see surge. We're going to see isolated tornadoes. We're going to see, storms all the way through Atlanta and Georgia go into Thursday. So the Thursday commute could be a little wet as our storm bends around and heads up that way Thursday, Friday. Friday afternoon, it should be long gone in the Atlantic. And we got this massive cold front coming through right now, Oklahoma, Texas, Midwest. A lot of ice reports, ice storms. So it's very 2020 to see half the country. Well, we got fires out west, Colorado westward, California northward, lots of fires. As a matter of fact, our good buddies at Lightning Solutions have been texting me, and they're actually setting up a base camp out in, I think they said in California. So they're out there supporting firefighters, first responders, kind of like what they do with the hurricanes. So they're out there fighting fires with everybody setting up a base camp. So props to them. They're going to send me some pictures out that way and show me how they're set up out west. Dealing with that. In the middle of the country's got incredible winter warnings, winter records, cold temperature records, ice records, and then we got hurricane warnings, which is not uncommon for October, but it is kind of we haven't really had one in a while, late October, and it seemed like we were just tracking Delta just a couple weeks ago, so very deja vu, especially for our folks in the upper Gulf. They've been seems like they've been under the cone half the hurricane season. And again, it baffles many folks that in the west coast of Florida, we have not been in any sort of tropical storm watch or warning or hurricane watch or warning. The west coast of Florida has been void of all watches and warnings this year, which is, when you think of hurricane season, your first thought would be the west coast of Florida. But guess what? We've had watches and warnings all the way from the tip of Texas all the way to the top of Maine, except for Florida West Coast. So, a little tidbit. Not crazy. But anyway, all right, well, that's a scoop. So we're not going to bore everybody to death. So this is Mike. We're going north. We're going storm chasing, yes. Taking you guys along. We're going to try to capture some video and see, have you guys ride it out and, do that. Tomorrow we'll do some driving around and check out the upper Gulf, check out all those spots that so many people hang out. I haven't been up this way in a long time. So we'll take some scenic drives tomorrow up and down the Gulf as our storm approaches. Still looking at a landfall tomorrow evening, about this time, possibly maybe an hour or two later. I don't know, they always have a tendency to speed up, but about this time tomorrow, maybe an hour or two later, 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time is the last advisory. But Julie did me good, man. We got beef jerky. I got cheese. I got pepperoni. I got some Big Storm coffee. I got some Mountain Dew. I got water. I got a pillow. I got My dad called and said, bring toilet paper. So I did in honor of my dad. He's like, listen, you never know. You might get stranded. So I'm like, hey, you're probably right. So I got toilet paper. I got a couple gallons of water. I got 10 gallons of gas. I got an air pump. I got tire patches. I got extra shoes, extra underwear. I got extra shirts. We got a raincoat this time. Furman Power Equipment mailed me a raincoat. They couldn't believe that Phil and I didn't have raincoats. So I think it's the first raincoat I've ever owned in my life. So I'm official. I have slider shoes now with Drunk Donkey, and we'll share that. I don't have a card here. It was made by a fan, which will public lunch. But I got my own Drunk Donkey sliders and my own raincoat. So we are. This is version 2.0 storm chasing. But listen, I was in a tornado 2 years ago. This is not the first time chasing Irma. If any of y'all followed Irma, I was in the middle of the road for like 5 hours screaming as Irma came ashore. In the great shrimp injury of 2020, yes, we were chasing Isaiah for sure. And I got pictures of Emily. I got an awesome picture of Emily back with Hurricane Hermine. When Hurricane Hermine passed to the north in Florida, we had surge in the Tampa Bay. I got a great picture of Emily. It was pretty cool. That was what, 16, I think? 2016 maybe? I don't even remember. She was little back then too, 2016. Well, then I got her tropical storm Andrea. I think it was Andrea. We had another surge incident. Well, then I had pictures of her during Irma when we had the reverse surge, where all the water got sucked out of the bay. So this is not new. I've always done this. We're just doing a little more, I guess, traveling. But I got a lot of memories, a lot of history with these hurricanes. So something more I want to do, especially a lot of our big supporters of the page for all these years are out here in the field, and I get to meet them now, and hopefully make a little bit more impact, or at least educate people more what these things can do. So we'll see. But all right, well, I'm gonna tune out. I haven't read any comments. I don't even know if I'm still streaming, but we're gonna tweak it. I'll bump the bandwidth up a little bit the next time we go. I just knew we were driving through the boonies. But our final stop, we're 35 miles outside of Chiefland. And if anybody knows, when you get to Perry in Chiefland, you better have gas. Oh, I just passed the sign. Next service is 35 miles. And I can tell you a funny story. So, first time we got our travel trailer, we were going to Talladega. And this is the road we take 19 north, around the Big Bend. And I had a Toyota Tundra, and I thought I'd push it. And literally, I had to push it. This little stretch here, we decided to sell aside 35 miles, no services. I think I remember looking down and my gas pedal or gas gauge said like 35 miles to empty. And I'm like, I can do it. The problem is that 35 miles to empty is estimated on your previous driving habits, not pulling a 9 mile a gallon trailer. So I was like off the gas. I feel like a NASCAR driver, man. I'm sitting there, I'm turning off the ignition, I'm coasting, I'm feathering the gas, I got the air off, I'm praying for a little wind. And there's a gas station on the outside of Perry that sells barbecue. And I was the happiest guy on the planet, because I could see, and it was dark out, so I saw the light. I'm turning the corner, I see the light. I have like 0 miles. Every truck they give you X amount of miles after you go 0. Well, this was a new truck, so I had no idea how many miles I could push it. So I was just like, oh my God. And I had I did have gas. I had gas for our camper. That's another story. But anyway, I coasted in, and we got gas. So that was a scary moment. So bottom line, when you drive through the Big Bend from Florida on US 19, make sure you have gas, because there's about 35, 45 miles of Zippo. Nothing. But So good luck with that. All right, we're going to sign off. I'll be live later on once we get closer to maybe we get maybe on I-10. We'll try that. That'll be around 10 o'clock tonight. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight. I'm going to stop and do some updating on the website here in a little bit, eat some food, and do some posting. So look for that.